Okay. How are you guys today? That's good.
Good.
Cold, good. And you wear flip flops. Like,
Man, I don't even look outside anymore. I just walk out. Like whatever happens.
What?
My flip flops was right there. Like okay, let me put it on. And so,
I just wanted to ask you about your Zulu podcast.
oh, so the Zulu podcast is it's called Zulu News. So what I figured is a lot of people do podcasts about it's like what Kanye said or what the Kardashians are doing.
Yeah.
But nobody was doing a podcast on local news, for example, and news about the African continent and just news that get people informed. Because I believe that people not into local news at all, they always look for that Trump thing and just for hype.
Yeah.
So I try to bring the local news into a spotlight and also help people understand issues in Columbus. Like we did a whole series on Columbus City Schools on their search on with the new superintendent, how much he got paid and what was the drama about and things like that. That me and my co-host Abu just sit there and talk about it. We disagree and things like that, but we don't talk about no trash topics. It's kind of serious and kind of focused. International, local. I try not to do national news because enough people are talking about Trump, so I don't want to do that at all. So
How do you like how do I want to phrase this? So, you know, there's like a lot of people like our age that like don't want to get into politics because they feel like that's just like way above them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, but how can you reach that like generation? Like,
I think it's really hard for us because me, the only way I got into politics is because one of my friends decided to run for city council.
oh,
And
wow.
in order to help him, I had to learn what the hell is a city council person is first. I think when people find that the local government is more affecting to their life than Trump is, they are more likely to be active. Like I go to school boards meetings, and I'm not even a parent, but I know my little brothers go there, my little sisters, my cousins go there. So it's just understanding that your voice got to be heard locally, or your potholes are not going to get fixed. You're not going to get the sidewalks you want, and it has been very important to me. And I'm really mad, like upset that my school didn't teach me this. You know what I mean? I'm really upset. Like I really went back to my government class. Like, yo, why were we learning about the Constitution when we could learn about like city council meet every Monday at 5? Things like that. You know what I mean? And it's really upsetting that that people don't understand that. But I also understand that people wake up in their different moments. So by doing this podcast, I just hope to catch somebody slipping and just put some knowledge in their head. So
Does it like ever frustrate you, like when other people just like refuse to like want to know what's going on?
yeah, it is. And me and Abu talk about that a lot on the podcast. It's just like people wanna talk about the things on Twitter. You know what I mean? And it's really upsetting now because remember back in the day, the only time RTL is the same where people are talking about the same thing if it's a award show or we're watching one popular show. But now it's like one topic all day and you don't even know where the hell it comes from, and that's scary. Like who's controlling the narrative on Twitter? So it's really frustrating that people choose to focus on the hype rather than things that really matter. Like Columbus City Schools got an F on their report card this last couple of years. Columbus City Schools lost $50 million in their last budget. Things like that, things that matter.
Oh wow.
So, and it's not because I'm smart, but because I just read 10 TV News, for example. Like I'm really, when I work at night, after I do my work, I usually just sit there and just scroll through 10 TV News trying to understand. But it really doesn't take much to understand the political or the city you live in at all. It doesn't take much.
Do you feel like you have to like dip into that culture, like you would have to use Twitter at this point and memes?
I'm definitely a Twitter addict. So I've been on Twitter since 2009, like back in like the crazy days when there was no censorship at all, where people were making jokes about anything and everything. So Twitter is definitely a tool. So like I do threads. Like my podcast Twitter, it really got popular. Just me tweeting about different things. So I usually do threads about issues like, let's say there's an election in an African country like Nigeria. I'll do a thread like, these are the candidates, this is what this person say, and I'll use, of course, GIFs, which attracts people a lot. But yeah, Twitter is like, it's in me. I don't use it per se to trick people into understanding. It's just, I love tweeting, to be honest with you.
I mean, it's like hard to like not be with Twitter. I don't know.
Right, it is.
Because if you watched like, did you watch what's his name, Michael Cohen?
Michael Cohen.
The
Yeah.
show?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, they were just talking about their followers. Like his one account, like, what was it sexy women for Cohen? Like,
Oh, I don't know. I like Cohen. I didn't watch him since 2011.
It was just like during like the whole like one of the comments he made was like, well, it has 1,000 followers, and it's like, what are we talking about? Like,
that's crazy. I don't know why people focus so much on the followers. Like, I hate when people who I don't know follow me. Like, why are you following me? You know what I mean? So like when people brag about their followers, like, you're like, yo, you don't understand the idea of Twitter. The idea of Twitter is just being on the tail, talking to yourself. You know what I mean? Just vibing to yourself and not even talk about what the next person is talking about. I think that's what I loved about Twitter back then. But now it's like you're forced to. Let's take the example of what is it, Chloe and Tristan Thompson. Like, everybody's forced to talk about that.
Yeah.
And I try not to be in that trap where when I see a topic, like, I automatically like, hey, she wrong, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I try not to be in that, and I suggest everybody to do so, because like, it's horrible way. It's like, I feel like somebody is in the background just messing with our feelings. And it's just. Yeah. Just tweet how you feel.
Yeah, it's all publicity. It's like,
thank you. That's what it is.
You don't think it's real?
I mean, it's real to an extent. Like,
yeah.
They probably even set up like how is it? How stupid you have to be to like sleep with, like, mess with like someone who's that close in your circle.
Right.
You know? Like, it's just like
it's crazy. It's crazy. Bro.
And how they present to the media is like. It's just promotion to me. Like one people to talk about it, and the next day there's a new thing. They come to a show.
They are known.
Red table talk.
They are known for that. The Kardashians are known for it. That's why, like, I refuse to give them a tweet.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
I just refuse to give it. Even the Trump bullshit. Can we cuss?
Yeah.
All right. Even the Trump bullshit. It's like when I see it, I will not engage at all, because engaging will only give it more clout than it should. So.
But like, how do you avoid it? I mean, if like everyone's talking about it, all the Twitter jokes, all the memes. How do you like?
It's not. I don't really avoid it. Like, it's not like I mute everybody to talk about Trump. It's like I just scroll like Trump naked person, scroll Trump naked person. It's like
that's so true.
like you acknowledge it, but I just choose not to add my 2 cents in. Because nowadays there's this culture in Twitter where everybody want to give opinion on everything. Like, everything that comes on the tail, they want to give an opinion. And I don't want to be that type to say, to put my 2 cents on everything that comes. That's so tiring. It got old real fast. It got old back in the Ray J and Kim sex tape. That's like how bad I'm tired of it.
Have you got like backlash on Twitter?
Yeah, I did. I do. But usually,
really?
Yeah. Because like I was the type. Because I was the type back in the day. Like, people would. I had this Twitter name, Djiby Zulu. So I was the type where people would see me yell out your Twitter name back then. So I was kind of I'm sorry, cannot pronounce it. But I was really tweeting things just to get people's attention. I was that type of dude where I'm known for my tweets, my like tweets like out of nowhere, like off the wall stuff. So, but after I deleted that Twitter, I'm a new person, born again version. So Twitter is new. But it's really hard. But do you try to avoid it or?
I'm not on Twitter.
Oh, you're not on Twitter.
Yeah,
Okay.
What?
Like I stalk on Twitter. Like I don't say anything. Like I'm just
you don't add to the
observing.
conversation.
Yeah. Like,
You one of those type that just.
yeah, just going down. Like yeah, next. Yeah, I don't be like involved in that because I don't know. Like you said, like everybody got something to say on that.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's like that they matter. Like how much they matter for each people's opinion. Like. So it's good to like observing that, but like joining like the part of conversation is kind of like being used for like certain propaganda.
Exactly, that's what it is. That's a good point. And another point is that most of the conversation on Twitter is not genuine. It's really, it used to be a space where you could have a conversation, but now it's just it's not healthy. Where if you're in a conversation, let's say I tweet something like, blue hats are ugly. Somebody will come like, oh fuck you, like bullshit. You trash. You should go back to Africa. It's like, exactly. Like what the fuck? What happened? But like things like, but back in the day, somebody will come like, hey, I know you think the hat is blue, but the hat is red. Let's talk about this more. And like you so fast, and you'll both go, go both of your ways, and you might even follow the person. But now it's just like cutthroat. Like everybody wanna kill somebody else.
Yeah. Cancel culture.
Yeah. That's what it is.
And
that's what it is.
It's ridiculous. Like because there's like no redemption. Like
no, it's not. It's also cancel culture is so dangerous because if you keep pushing people out, you're gonna give the other side so many. Even people who are ignorant, who wanna be convinced otherwise, will just shut it down because they've been pushed aside. I'm not saying don't give everybody a pass. Shred them, but also bring them into the conversation. Like try to change their opinion. I think that's how we grow. I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't know how much power the cancel culture is because we've kind of canceling Kanye. Yeah. He was cancel this, cancel that. Like whether he dropped the news easy, everybody gonna buy it. Yeah, and he dropped new music, everybody gonna listen to it.
That's what it is. It's like Twitter holds no water now. It's like there's no power in people's voices because they're too opinionated. Sometimes they don't even think. It's just the popular thing to say. Yeah. And that's another thing people are tweeting about just to get retweets and likes.
Yeah. People are bold on Twitter. They just say random
exactly
shit.
Just for the clout. Yeah. And that's so dangerous because. And you would think that that's the person you are. Technically, in real life, you're really not. You're just saying that shit because you saw there was another 50 tweets about it. They're like, let me add my 2 cents and maybe I would get 14,000 retweets. And I don't want to sound old, but back in my day, like real tweets get viral, but now every little shit can get viral. It's so stupid. Like, even I got viral. Like, bro, like, why am I viral? Like,
really?
Like, yeah.
What was the tweet?
It was one of my friends actually. He was tweeting about the World Cup soccer, and I just told him like, hey man, don't pin us against each other. And then like it received like 15,000 tweets, retweets. I'm sorry. It reached like over 3 million people. Then in the comment section they called my friend like, he's a faggot, fuck him. I'm like, oh my god, I was just yeah. And my Twitter for my podcast also got which usually when it goes viral, that's good content. Like the recent one that got viral was the one of a police shooting in London, which was pretty cool that people were actually. But most of the time, it's just bullshit that just get retweeted. Nothing holds water on Twitter anymore. Back in my day, it did. And I'm gonna keep saying that. It's fun to say that, but yeah.
Okay. So back to Kanye though. So you guys would buy a Kanye album if he dropped one next week?
I'm on Spotify, so I'm gonna listen to it. I'm not gonna buy it or anything. I mean, Kanye is Kanye. He's up there. I feel like he's the type of person that's already. He doesn't represent the people he used to represent.
Right.
So whatever he's saying is representing his opinion, and he's not a politician. He's just a musician. He's an artist. So I don't think he get what he's saying. Like when he's make certain.
But is that an excuse though? He's like, how old is he? 35,
it's not excuse.
45?
It's not excuse. Yeah. So But still, like, he doesn't know shit. Like, to me, do I listen to what he says?
Yeah.
No, like, just entertainment.
Right.
I don't take it seriously. When he says slavery is a choice, it doesn't make people think slavery is a choice if they don't think that. So.
But some people, I felt kind of. It's like I feel like if you're on a certain level, you have like for me, for example, right? I believe in faking it till you make it. But you know, like for example, before I started this nonprofit, I was really faking it. Like where I will host meetings and there was like 3 people show up in the corner, and I would take a picture of those 3 people. Like, wow, look at all those people that showed up. You know what I mean? But like I worked towards getting those millions of people I said were there. But like Kanye is like you think you're so woke? Why not fucking read a book? You know, why not read the news? Why not understand Trump's policies? But just saying like stupid stuff like that. It's so what's the word? It's so irresponsible.
It's very irresponsible.
It is like you're a grown man. You should be able to learn by yourself without even school.
But I think what he was representing is that there's a certain like stigma about like black Republican and stuff like that. He's trying to like jump out of the box that people putting him into. So he's saying, "Oh, I'm good with Trump. It's okay for me to wear mega hat. It's okay for me to not believe in certain things that everybody's believing in," which is, I'm not saying what he said is right because I think it's wrong, but I can see where he's coming from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like you are right about the black Republican, because I do have a friend who's a black Republican. I make fun of him all the time. But like I feel like you can push people to be Republican without forcing Trump down their throat. You know what I mean? Because if you're being honest, you know, like Africans, for example, we are conservatives, right? Like we believe in, you know, you don't go out, your skirt shouldn't be low. All the things the Republicans believe, right? Almost, right? But we don't go to the Republican Party because per history they're not for black folks. It doesn't mean like me, for example, I voted for one Republican in my whole life. Not because it was the scariest thing I ever did.
Whoa!
It was the scariest thing, and I tried. Like it was like this. It was like I was just thinking like yo, they are right. You know what I mean? We should not be over here just voting blue all across the board. We should really think about who could be good for us. You know what I mean? And I voted for a person after I did research and after I didn't tell nobody. I walked in there and like, click, then walked away. I'm not even gonna say the name of the person, but I immediately regretted it after a year. You can be a black Republican, right?
Yeah.
But you still gotta understand the past, how black. Of course, the Democrats are not good for black people as well. But if they get this shit together, we can actually get something out of it. But the Republicans, we are like second class.
But for like Kanye, he's rich black man.
Right, he is.
He's marrying a white woman.
But still a nigga, right? All right, that's what I was saying.
In a coupe, right?
Yeah. So, but you are right though. Like that's another level where if you're a rich black person, you feel like you have to run towards a Republican because they will protect your wealth, your money. But yeah, I mean, I feel like us black folks, we don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
To turn our back against our people for profit or for protection. And this is how I feel.
You don't think it's like problematic that like his wife is like making it hip to like free a random black person every month?
Oh, no.
It's just I'm
so what's the word I'm looking for? I'm so confused about the whole thing. But I'll let you say first.
No, that's crazy. It's just like it's so stupid to me. Like yes, she freed a black person each month, but did she do anything to the?
Is she really doing it every month?
Not
She's
every month.
New one.
Oh wow.
Like every once in a while, I guess. But she didn't even do shit to like the real issue of this problem, like social change and prison reform, mass incarceration. She didn't do anything. She just using her power, and to free. It's great. It's great that one person is free, but what about the thousands, billions of people we don't know their name and what they're doing in the jail?
Right.
You know?
Cause like for me, it was a sweet moment for me. Like wow, somebody actually getting a change. But like you said, I was just skeptical. Like, what is her agenda? Like, why now? And how is she able to free all these people when all these activists have been working so hard and can't get 1 inch?
Yeah.
It's just like it's like, of course, the families that got their loved one freed, you know, they will be grateful for Kim. But for me, it's just like I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused and happy at the same time. It's like, okay, but like, let's wait and see.
It's sad that she got to get all the credit when the real like criminal justice lawyers, people who put
those people,
they didn't really.
Because that's not an easy. Because I know a friend whose dad been in prison for 36 years and recently came out as a free man, and there was a mistake.
Yeah.
Like things like that happen in America,